assess JJ's performance first through his first real appearances, and then compare it to what you saw against Maryland?
Yeah, I think you said it's his first real appearance. It's the first time he's ever played a full football game. So I think for the first time playing a full football game, there's a lot of positives to take away from it. I think he did a good job. Certainly, you look at the stat line, and it's really good for a guy playing his first football game. At the same time, I'm sure JJ would tell you there's a lot of stuff that we can clean up, and we're focused on the process, and we love everything about JJ and the way he goes about it. And there's so many things that we can fix and work on, and so you come away from it, even when he did make mistakes, we're encouraged because you can see it's all fixable stuff, and really it just comes down to coaching more than anything else. If he's making mistakes, we're not doing the right thing, that's on us as coaches. So we were really encouraged by his first full game. Yeah, we were happy with it.
He didn't run a lot as much as maybe we've seen when he's coming in spot duty this last week. Was that by design in this last game, or do you intend on continuing to use him in that dual threat?
Yeah, absolutely. We will use him in that role. A lot of it has to do just with what the defense dictates that week. If we feel like we can use the quarterback runs successfully, we'll do that. Absolutely. He's really talented in that area. One of his many talents, he can run the ball effectively. So we plan to keep using him that way when it's called for.
Staying on the left side there, Aaron.
How do you help him fix the fumbling issues you said?
Yeah, so ball security is always an emphasis. I think it's really hard with quarterbacks just because they don't get the contact in practice that other guys do. And so I think we just have to do a better job of as coaches of providing that for him in controlled settings. Where it's safe, where he's not going to get injured. He had a classic JJ. He came in and said, "Hey, can you tell the defense to punch at the ball when I'm running through there?" And it's kind of like, JJ, that's not the best idea to have them punching at your throwing arm your hand while you're running through the defense. So we're not going to do that. But he's willing to do whatever it takes to fix it, and we're going to help him. We're going to help him do it. But at the same time, he's improving in every area, and we have no concern about him going forward whatsoever.
Michael?
So I guess the game against Maryland could have gone much differently, and that's kind of what Harbaugh said on his radio show Monday night. JJ's 6 inches from an interception, and 2 other guys fall on fumbles. He's got 2 touchdowns and 3 turnovers. So I guess what makes you think that was such a strong performance when 3 things that were out of his control could have led us up to 3 turnovers?
Yeah, you could also look at it and say, if we connect on a few of those deep balls, he throws for 400 yards and he has 4 touchdowns. But that's not the reality that we live in. He didn't connect on those deep balls. So just like we're looking at a throw that could have been an interception, we're looking at throws that could have been touchdowns, and we're coaching the process, not the outcome.
Over here on the right side, Coach.
Yeah. Speaking about those deep balls, on Saturday, JJ mentioned that it was the first game where his arm had felt so good. Is that something you guys have noticed in practice?
Yeah, I think he's 100%. He can make every throw. We don't have to limit his reps. But certainly, he had a whole spring off. So it's just a process of making him really feel, like he's 100%.
On the left side, Brandon.
I know you guys don't pay attention to the outside noise, but Joel Klatt was really making an emphasis on how he doesn't agree with the 2-play caller system. I don't expect you to sit here and defend it, but can you just talk about navigating that process and maybe some of the challenges you guys have had there so far?
Yes, Joel, is a really smart guy, knows football, playing experience, has a ton of experience, every week studying the game, he knows what he's talking about. So I think a lot of times when people see something new or hear something new, their first reaction is to say, I'm not used to that, so that can't be a good way to do it. I think it is a work in progress, just like everything in our offense, whether it's the run game, the pass game, the play calling, everything can be better. Everything is a work in progress. And, if we were out of rhythm or, whatever he said, then, I can't wait to see what we look like when we're in rhythm. And we all know we can be a lot better. But I think the system that we have in place is really good. I know that Sharon helps me a ton. I think I help him a ton. And it's really a great way to do it. And I think we have a great rhythm.